Hey, long time no see. I've decided that I wanted to kind of get a little bit back into content creation, so we're starting off with a bang by building my parts in, whoa, that's the wrong one. We're building my part in ZEROSR's Halloween collab that he's still got going on. Originally, I was just helping out with it, but ZEROSR asked me to take over the part. As freaking beautiful as the original blocks were, nobody wanted to work with them because they were insanely complex and hard to copy paste. I am sorry, zerosrs. And I will be like keeping some of the things that he had in the original part, like these absolutely freaking gorgeous glass. I'll be keeping these because A, they fit what Zero wants, and actually kind of what I want to do with the part. And also, these are just freaking awesome. They're genius, and they're literally just made with spikes, and I think that's really cool. And basically, the vision that Zero has for this part is to be sort of like a castle entrance, because the whole like story is that you're like exploring and then you go into this spider's lair that you've been seeing in his part. I think the story itself is really cool, so we'll be keeping that with this part. And I did make sure we're gonna be starting off with the background, and I already had like a vague idea of what I wanted to do, which is bricks. But I think everyone saw that coming with, you know, practically all of my levels. We're gonna be doing that, and we're gonna like kind of scale these bad boys up. Oh yeah, that's very huge. We'll make these the very bottom layer. We gotta make that a little bit darker, I reckon. Oh goodness, that's a bit too dark. Yeah, like that. And then we'll also make these bits darker. Ooh, we could actually make it black. Maybe black will work for this. Yeah, because we could do that, and then we can kind of poke out windows in this. We could do like every 1, 2, 3, like every, no, not 3, like 4, like that. You know? Very hard to tell when they're like absolutely massive blocks, you know? But yeah, we can kind of like take those guys out. Then obviously we'll make it follow the camera. I think I made the castle look too big, so we're actually gonna slightly scale these down, maybe to like 3. 3 might be good. And then also speed it up a little bit, like, so like maybe 3. Yeah, that's a little bit better. You don't look like as tiny. You do get cut off a little bit early though. Yeah, so we'll add like 2 more windows right here. And that should be good. A little bit. Oh, great. Now it's still cut off. So we're gonna do, you guessed it, 2 more windows. Wow. That's crazy. And I have another idea. This is just a fun little way you guys can make flooring in like really smooth gradient flooring. It's how I've been doing it for a little bit now, and it's honestly just really sick. So obviously you got this, and we're just basically making a normal gradient on vertex mode. And then we have our little gradient here, and then just like any other gradient, we're going to set our colors. 101. Oh, stupid. On the actual gradient trigger, dum-dum. Yeah, so it kind of gives like an effect of a ground. Yeah, that looks pretty sick, actually. I enjoy that. And we're also going to get our, yes, this setup. And just like I always do, I'm going to be labeling all of my different things. I'm also going to label this like as the actual UI so that I don't confuse ZEROSR on why there's a random thing right there. Yeah, and just to add like a subtle gradient. Well, not gradient, just like some subtle shading. We can, on this UI layer, put some black glow. Yeah, it kind of makes it a little bit more ominous. I like that. We're gonna need to make some pillars. That won't be too hard though, because I can just use these dudes. Yeah, these are sick. I like these. Yeah, I like this. That's really cool. Maybe we can make them slightly darker. Like maybe using this one, but slightly brighter like that. Oh, my cat just went on my lap. I'll post a picture of my cat on screen right now for you guys to see. And then just the same way, we'll make those slightly darker. Yeah, that's really good. I like that. Maybe something we could do as well is add some like suits of armor, you know, just to add a little bit more depth. Oh shoot, I never gave everything. Don't fade, don't enter. Don't ever forget that. You must always add don't fade, don't enter. So one of those dudes aren't needed. This is the layer we're gonna make these windows on. And so with these, I'm gonna make a little bit of an outline out of, I want you to make a very wild guess. Yeah, it's bricks. We're making a brick outline. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought a brick outline, the brick windows? Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit obsessed. I can't, dude. Yeah, like that. And it works. It works pretty well. I like it. Now that I'm seeing it, these are kind of clashing with this because they're the same color. So we're going to darken them a little bit. So now we're actually going to get started on these stained glass windows. And honestly, I feel like post-commentary would be better for that because I might die if I have to talk through making probably one of the most annoying things to make, which is stained glass windows. That took a very long time. We have our glass here. I honestly don't even care if it's copy pasted because it looks really good. Yeah, that looks sick, dude. And then this is just something that I like doing to make my levels cleaner, and that's to take different portals and orbs that will cause particles to happen and just put them all on no effect. I just do this because it makes the actual decoration a little bit cleaner, and in some cases it can even make a level more sight readable. So it's just an extra step that I like doing. I think now we're gonna make a little bit of a carpet type thing, and I have a pretty neat idea. So we're gonna make 107 just straight up red, and then 107, and just like this guy, 106. Put this on B5 100. Shoot. B4 negative 100. Never mind. This needs to be on negative 99. That might be a bit bright. We're gonna make the brightness a little bit less. I just noticed a visual bug. Okay. This is the best thing about backgrounds, by the way. They always do this. All right. Yeah. So yeah, this was just kind of like almost like a test in a way of what I want to do with this little devlog series. So this is going to be a way shorter episode than the rest. Yeah, so we got our basic background done, and I think the next one we're going to be working on is probably going to be things like maybe basic block design, stuff like that. You know, really get things going for this and really get our ideas out there to make this as best as we can, you know? I'm probably gonna polish up the background in between episodes and whatnot, make some stuff, and I'm sure I'll do some post-commentary about that in the next episode. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed what I'm making so far. I'm certainly enjoying making this. It's already been really fun, and all I've done was a background, and those are like my least favorite things to make, so that really puts into perspective. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you later.